Englishman went into subsidence after an encounter between him, okay, Powerman, Englishman, and Battyman. Now, where did Battyman come from? Battyman came from after an initial encounter with Englishman. Battyman was intrigued by this power of the many powers that Powerman had. And what was that? The ability to fly. Now, how did Powerman obtain this ability to fly? Well, he could breathe in. Okay, so what's the big deal? He exhausted out. What do you mean? You know, he exhausted out. It didn't smell or anything like that. But these nanobots worked some insane type, what you almost consider to be miracles. Okay, but this is still all science fiction, right? And yeah, it was nuts, man. He could fly due to an exhaust. You know, we breathe in the way we breathe in. Of course, we breathe out. But no, it's not from. If you just breathe in and breathe out, you're not going anywhere. So how did it? He breathes in, and he exhausts out. It's some other opposite end. Without the smell, without the smell usually associated with it, because we're not talking about like waste material or anything like that. No, we're talking like exhaust, almost like a jet exhaust. Almost like the intestines, the internal workings, the lungs were all configured by these nanobots, so much so to an extent that the guy exhausted, he could inhale so much and exhaust so much at the same time that he could fly. It's like now, along with that, Powerman had sort of a tunic, or what you'd call a cape. Now the cape was made out of special material from that same scientific research council. Highly heat resistant, highly fire resistant, and there are also like electronics within this cape as well. So, well, okay, what was the purpose of the cape or sort of a tunic? To direct the flight of Powerman. So, okay, it's not like he grabbed part of the cape with his hand. No, his hands would be just out, right? And he'd think the same way we think to move our legs, the same way we think to move our hands, the same way we think to move our arms, the same way we think to move any part of our body. He would think, and the cape would turn or twist a certain way, so he'd move in a certain direction as well. He could even like sort of levitate, in air. He could move. Now, would he be able to move backwards? Yeah, but not as fast as moving forward. He'd like breathe out. Would he be able to move from side to side? Yeah, with sort of maneuvering with the cape, and you'd sort of see it a bit. But see, you can't really see air. But you'd see him flying all about the place, though, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. So that was Battyman right there. He was really angry, and he was like, "Wow, this guy could fly." So during this whole initial beginning of Powerman, there's Englishman and Battyman. And they were not killed; they were defeated, sort of. Subsided, but lurking underneath. I think they went to jail, and then the story of Powerman, like in the long run, that's when it continued. That's when Power. It's about to rain. I should end this. There's more. In a land distant, away from Pan America, this metropolis. I have to make this fast because it's raining. It's about to start. It seems like it's about to start pouring. Far away, Englishman. It's not that he came back. He's out of jail. He's like went far away to this other place called Camerico. In this secret place called the Center for Disease Control. So He escaped prison and he went to this place called Camerico. It's another place apart from Pan America where they have this Center for Disease Control. And then he was trying to figure if the same thing was possible. Could he become something like Powerman? And Batman did the same. What happened in this new place? I mean, it was always there, but it was a different place, I should say. There was another accident. Okay, but this accident was not just an accident. It was an accident caused by people trying to snoop around, trying to do this and do that. But then what happened was something bad. Okay, that's how this accident took place in the Center for Disease Control. And Batman was infected by this virus. And that's how he got these newfound abilities. He obtained these newfound abilities. Not exactly like Powerman, but he had some abilities, though. He sure did. I'm about to buy some food, too. And then what? And that was his arch nemesis right there. And then, okay, Batman ceased to be Batman. He became something else. No longer am I Batman. I am Scarecrow. And with the powers he had, it was viral and all this stuff. It was like viral powers. Sickening. You know? He couldn't fly. But I think he had, like, machines he could fly in. Now, Englishman, it's not that he left. It's just that after Batman became Scarecrow, he felt no need to be around Englishman anymore. Yeah, he turned on the guy. So then Englishman left again and went to some other place. Must have been like Singapore or Macau or somewhere like that, right? And he became Pangea. Was there another accident? No. He was still mostly... okay, there was an initial accident. He did have powers, right? Okay, but he did not become more powerful than he was before. He just moved to another place. And he became Pangea. So you have Powerman, and his main rivals are Scarecrow and Pangea. Scarecrow was infected by this virus, but it's a virus that did not cause him to die. It's a virus that just it changed his mind. It's a virus that could kill people, but it's a virus that does not kill. You know, it's sort of a parasite, a leech. Okay, Powerman has these nanobots in him. Batman has a virus inside of him, and he has powers. What kind of powers would Batman? Oh, well, he's not Batman anymore. He's Scarecrow. What kind of powers would this Scarecrow have? Well, finally, he was able. Okay, he began to fly around with machines, right? Of course. But then the machines got smaller and smaller and smaller. So then after a while, he could fly like Powerman, but not just by himself. It's like with a really small machine.